for all.
Okay, I'd like to call a vote for today's chair.
Okay. I'll nominate Jackie to be chair for tonight's meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Do I have to vote?
Yeah, since there's only 4 of you. Yeah. There you go, thank you.
Okay. Agenda approval.
Call the meeting to order.
Call meeting order. Meeting's called to order.
Here's your gavel.
Okay. First is the approval of the agenda. Do I hear, have a motion to?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? No. It is so moved or passed. Next,
Do we have any minutes to approve from
Not
last
today.
time? Okay.
We'll do it, we'll bring them next.
okay. The next item on the agenda is RZ 24.06.01.
I
Max?
can read the rest. Yeah. Okay, so I'm here today to present RZ 240601. It's a general rezoning from SFR3 to C74. So SFR3 is a residential zoning and C74 is a commercial zoning. Stallings Fire Department submitted the general rezoning, and I believe the applicant's here today, yeah. And,
Excuse me, could you make that a little bit bigger?
yes, I can. Okay, so the address is 2916 Matthews Indian Trail, and the property is 3.79 acres in size. So the zoning they're requesting is a commercial zoning, but it also allows fire stations and things like that. So there will be no residential allowed on the property if it was to be rezoned. SFR3 really only allows residential, not civic uses like fire stations. But I do have to present it as a general rezoning. C74 allows a variety of commercial businesses like retail, different types of sales, like you can see grocery, veterinary services, and things like that. This is the street view of the property. As you can see, it's currently residential. You can see it's quite a large parcel. It's across from the new Bailey Mills subdivision and close to Scott Clark Toyota. On Marie Garris and Matthews Indian Trail, it's right at that intersection, or that T. The zoning is SFR3, as I said. The future land use is walkable activity center. Walkable activity centers serve a broad entertainment, retail, like future land use, so I do believe it is consistent. Additionally, there's no small area plan for this specific parcel, but there is a Greenway Master Plan. The Greenway Master Plan identifies a C6 wellness connector, which is an urban spine, a suburban spine, or a typical greenway onto the site. And I provided those examples in the agenda packet. If you would like me to go into further detail, let me know. But staff recommends approval of the rezoning. The proposed rezoning is compatible with the area's long-term vision for the future land use plan. It's compatible with walkable activity center, and we believe that's consistent with the overall vision of the town. Do you have any questions for me?
Take it the plans are to build a fire department there? fire station?
So
Okay.
I would say yes, the fire, I would let the fire, Mr. Charlie Porter is here, if you'd like to present.
Yeah.
But I have to present it as any use in C74 could potentially be
Okay,
built
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But, would you like him to present now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening. My name's Charlie Porter. I'm the fire chief. I'm here with the board president, John McCann. And our plan is to, within hopefully the next year, is to start building a new fire station in the town of Stallings. We moved from our last location right over here to put us more centralized in our district. And the growth and the need is a fire station back in the town of Stallings. We've kind of played around with land and all of that, and we found this property, and it's going to be the best location for a future fire station for the town. And we hope to, with y'all's approval and going to the council, is to move forward with that plan of putting a fire station back in the town of Stallings, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 years.
Would this be a relocation or an additional
It
station?
will be an additional station. This will be Station 2, probably in the 13,000 square foot range with a staff of 4 to 5 people, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Matter of fact, we signed a contract a few weeks ago on the new truck that will hopefully go at this station. But fire trucks are 2 years out, so, that kind of planning.
Very expensive too.
Yes, sir. $1 million.
Wow.
$1 million for a fire truck is what we're looking at. So hopefully with y'all's recommendation to the board and, that's our plan, hopefully to, next year, start turning dirt to build a new fire station. And we realize that's a residential area, and we want to build a fire station that fits in that, into that area. So we're talking with contractors to, build a department that looks like the residential area that it will fit in.
Anybody have questions? I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
I know this is weird, but
Oh,
how, if you build a station there, what part of Stallings do you plan, like, how are you gonna do, which call goes from which station? Does that make
so
sense for where you live?
we'll take the original ISO tax district or the insurance district, and we'll break that up. And we'll break that up in 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile rings, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So the closest station between our main station and this station will get that call. And actually, we're looking to expand on, hopefully if we can find it, somewhere on Chestnut Lane. So just because of density, traffic, and growth is gonna drive us to doing something like that. And so it will literally be the closest available fire truck that's available will go to the call.
okay,
Is this,
Without getting into the weeds of it, but when a 911 call comes, the address is plotted, it will recommend Stallings Station 2 to Stallings Road at 74, if that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, because I live off of, like, Old Road, kind of back behind there, and I hear fire trucks, and I don't even,
We're
half the
extremely
time I don't
busy.
even pay attention to
We,
it.
we are one of the busiest fire stations
Really
in the
are, but,
county.
I guess you hear it, but you don't hear it. I mean, I
Yeah.
hear it if I'm listening for it.
Yeah,
That's why I was asking, because it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I was just
anywhere from
get better.
15 to 25 calls in a 24-hour period
Yeah,
is what we're running.
yeah,
will this provide decreased response times if there's like a train blocking and you had to go?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's, from the direction of my board of directors, they wanted a fire station on the opposite side of 74. Now, us with emergency management in Union County, we have done tabletops and recognize the needs of, responding agencies from each side if there was an incident on the train. So, we've known that for a while. It's just getting the right piece of property and getting the capital from the county to start this process. And we are in a very, very good place to start this process.
I'll make a motion that we approve the request as presented.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Okay, thank you. And I will say, as we build this process out, we will bring back, especially through this process because we want to be good neighbors. And, you know, our department is part of this town and has been since 1954. And we will bring the plan, show them to you, and you will know what this next fire station is going to look like. And that's a big deal to us, really big deal, because,
I think it'll be a good
Yeah.
split.
Yeah.
I mean, all the traffic won't come from one.
yep, and that's what we're hoping for.
Plus if a train blocks it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I think we need a statement of,
So
Do you need it? I have it here for you.
reasonableness.
if you'll do that.
Does he have to do it, or does it matter?
It's whoever wants to make the motion.
Okay.
You can do it.
Okay, I make the motion that we find that the zoning amendment or RZ 24.06.01, Stallings Fire Department, find that whereas the town council, how do I have to read this whole thing? I don't
Would you like,
have to read the whole thing, do I?
no, you could just
The
say.
planning board recommends that the proposed zoning amendment is consistent and reasonable with the comprehensive land use plan adopted in November 2017, based on the goals and objectives outlined in the document.
That works.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
This is so weird.
you're
Doing all
fine.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the agenda is MSP 24.06.01, and I will hand it over to Max one more time.
Yeah. So I have a little typo, but it is 0601. You're correct. So this is the Atrium Master Sign Plan Amendment. I don't know if, I've actually never done a master sign plan, but this is an amendment to the original master sign plan at Atrium Hospital. Atrium Hospital is currently the only development or project in town with a master sign plan. With the master sign plan, you can request signage that deviates from our ordinance within reason, and that has to be approved by planning board and council. So Atrium essentially is requesting 2 additional signs. Their original master sign plan included, I had it up, all right, 23 signs that were approved, I think back in 2020, and now they're requesting number 24 and 25. And number 24 and 25 are going to be main entrance signage, and they're requesting an emergency main entrance sign, a monument sign, located in this red area. It's kind of hard to see, but the hospital medical office building's right here. And I know I don't have a pointer, but just try to follow my mouse if you can. And then this is the L-shaped building right here. This,
I was looking
Yeah,
for the roundabout. So
it's
when you
okay, I
come in
can
there, you would see it's
see
an
this.
emergency to go to the right
Correct.
place. Got it.
this sign doesn't match our ordinance right now, but they are requesting a sign, this sign, and they're also requesting a new main entrance sign above their awning. So let me zoom in a little bit. So there's no main entrance sign on their awning, and they're requesting this sign above their main entrance, and it's larger than our ordinance currently allows. But it can be approved through this master sign plan amendment.
When the ordinance was written, did it anticipate a hospital?
It probably didn't. I think the
Don't
building
think it did.
has a lot of signage. There's over 25 signs. Usually a building only has one side per facade and then one monument sign. That's kind of how our ordinance is written. So I do believe the master sign plan is the best option for them to go through. This amendment doesn't amend any of the old signs, just adding these 2 signs. So staff recommends approval. We believe that it's for the health and safety of the community, kind of, directional signs for emergencies and entrances. That's That's it. Sorry about that.
Anybody have any questions or any comments? Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the request as presented.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
And then this one doesn't need a statement of consistency.
Alrighty. With that, do I hear a motion for adjournment?
I make a motion to adjourn.
A
I'll second.
All those in favor? Meeting is